What is up, you guys? Midwest Flipper here, and I make videos about selling items online for profit. Whether you're new to flipping and don't really know where to quite start yet, or if you're a seasoned veteran or just looking for new tips and tricks, you're in the right spot. In most of my content, I'm actually out in public, whether it be at garage sales, or flea markets, or antique stores, and I always come across a lot of awesome items that sell for big profits. If that sounds something interesting to you guys and something you want to learn more about, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. With that being said, we have a lot planned for this video. This has been my biggest weekend of sales yet, with over $1,200 in items going out. In this video, I'm going to be talking about all of those items that did sell, where I got them for, how much I paid for them, and how much I made. As a viewer on YouTube, I personally love these videos because it helps open my mind and tap into some new market. And as you will see later, I tapped into a new market and it paid off big time. So if you have any questions or comments about the stuff that I'm going over, leave that down in the comments and I will answer it and get back with you. With that being said, let's head on over to the office now and go over all the items that sold. So the first sale of the day is also the biggest, and it is a pair of Jordan 1s. They are absolutely beautiful, as you can see. I ended up buying these directly from StockX. As you can see, when you buy shoes on StockX, they all come with this verification card, as well as on this other shoe here, they have this StockX verified tag with a QR code scanner on the back of it. So with shoes, I end up buying probably 5 or 6 pairs a month off of StockX, and I sell them on eBay. So these ones in particular, I paid, I placed a bid on them for $160. So after the fees and everything, that leaves me at $189.64 with shipping and everything included. And I ended up selling them on eBay for $270. Now the cool thing about eBay that you guys might not know about is that with all shoes over $100, there is a 0% seller fee. So with these, the buyer paid shipping, and my total net proceeds from these shoes were $287.94, which is really cool because after the shipping discount, I actually get more than what I actually sold them for. My eBay discount is $3.54 for this, so it's only going to cost me $14.41 instead of $17.95 to ship. So at the end of the day, I am getting $273.53 for a pair of shoes that I sold for $270, which is really cool. It brings us to a right around $80 profit, $83 profit, somewhere in there. So yeah, first sale of the day is awesome. Next up here we have The Godfather 2. It is complete. I paid $5 for this at a indoor flea market / antique store, and it sold for $13.80. We have this 1971 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. I picked this up for $6 cash and a big bulk buy from a local Facebook seller. Next up on the list are these two Johnny Lightning Diecast cars. I got these from 2 separate places. This one right here I ended up getting at a garage sale for $1 or $2. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've had this one. But this one sold for $9.83, so I'm sitting right around a $6 or $7 profit. And then this one, I kept the sticker on the bottom to let me know where I got this one from. I picked this up at an antique store, actually one of the previous videos, I think 2 videos ago now. And this one sold for $15.96, so nice little profit on this one. Here we have a Hot Wheel that I actually bought at the store. I paid, I think, like $2.50 for this because they had like buy one get one free at Walmart or Meijer, wherever I got it from. I know I picked it up on a deal, and this one sold for $13. Here we have a pretty cool diecast of a Lexus Sc430. I ended up getting this for $10 cash at a flea market a couple months ago, and this sold for $35.96. One thing that you guys might be picking up on as a trend for this video is the amount of diecast cars that I've sold. I'm kind of just going in order from the listings that sold, and we're already at 5 diecast cars. So this is something that's highly sought after. I actually just stopped at Walmart to get some bubble wrap, and I took a peek at the like Hot Wheels aisle, and it was completely empty. So that's just a little tip for something to keep your eyes out for when you're out hunting at thrift stores or garage sales. Next up, we have a couple shirts here. This first one is a Under Armour golf polo, size XL, that I picked up for $4.99 at Goodwill, and it sold for $14.95. And the one right here behind it is a Zara brand long sleeve pullover type shirt, I guess you would say. I ended up paying $1 for this at this thrift store that I featured in my last video. I don't think I bought it yesterday. I bought this one last week, I believe, but this one sold for $8 plus shipping. Next up here, we have this pair of snowboarding boots. I got these last Tuesday at Goodwill for $14 or $14.99, and they ended up selling for $54.95. The funny story with these boots is I actually didn't get around to posting them until Friday night, and they ended up selling like 2 or 3 hours after I posted them. I had them actually priced a little bit above the market, but I feel like now with it being winter and whatnot, it's the perfect time to buy these. So this was a really big score from Goodwill. And then next up right here, this was a bit of a gamble play. It is like a China like dish or appetizer tray. I don't even know what to call it. If you know what it's called, leave that down in the comments for me. But I ended up finding this at an antique store, one that I go to a lot in my videos. And this was in an 80% off section, and it was, the sticker price on it was $20. So it ended up costing me $4. And I looked on the bottom here, and it says Lamberton China, made expressly for Hotel Mason, right there. And then on the top here, it says, it's got like an M there, and it says St. Petersburg, Florida. So this was made for a hotel, and I did some research on it and learned that it was from like the 1940s. So I ended up listing it. I didn't really know what to price it at because there's nothing like this out there. And it ended up selling for $62.99 plus shipping. Another cool thing about this is I'm kind of just starting to get into like this glassware, I guess you would say, market, or vintage glassware or vintage china plates and stuff. So this is going to be the first super fragile item that I'm shipping out. And for this, I plan on wrapping it in this I plan on wrapping it in like a foam bubble wrap in like the first layer, and then on top of that I plan on wrapping real bubble wrap around it, and then I'm gonna put it in a box that fits it perfectly, and then around the box I'm gonna put packing peanuts in it so it's not bouncing around the box at all, so it holds nice and firm in there. I've shipped some fragile stuff out in the past and I've never had any problems with it, luckily. This is definitely the most delicate item that I'm ever shipping out, so I'm kind of excited to see how this goes. Next up here, we have another diecast car. The same place where I bought that model kit from for $6, and I bought a bunch of them in bulk. This is the exact same seller that I got that from. So I paid $6 cash for this one, and it sold for $13.46. It's a nice 1972 Chevy Camaro Z28. And right behind it is another diecast car. I bought this the same day that I bought that previous Hot Wheel that sold earlier. I think I paid it was like buy one get one free. They were $5 each, so in reality I spent $2.50 on this one, and this 96 Nissan sold for $15.96, so a nice little scoop and score from the local Meijer. Next up here, we have a couple ornaments. I'm kind of upset because I bought these 3 or 4 months ago now it's been, because it was just kind of getting into the fall, like late summer, and I figured, hey, this would be something perfect to buy for the upcoming Christmas. But I forgot that I had these, and I didn't post them. I should have just posted them right away, but I kind of forgot to post them, procrastinated a little bit, so I didn't end up posting these until Thursday night, so it'd be 3 nights ago. And I sold this one right here. It's like a 1961 Corvette of a Mako Shark. I sold this one for $9. And then this 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda Hallmark ornament I sold for $10. And I got like 25 of these ornaments. A few of them were the same, but I got like 25 of them for like $20. So all in all, I'm in at under $1. So a nice $9 profit on this one and $8 profit on this one here. Next up here is another pair of shoes with a solid profit. Here we have some Nike Air Force One Low Miamis. I bought these from StockX as well. As you can see right here, I have the receipt for it for $146.18. And these ended up selling for $229.99 plus shipping. And just like the last pair of shoes that we sold, we are also making more than what we actually sold them for because of the zero seller fee on shoes over $100. We are taking home $241.34 in net proceeds, and the shipping label is only going to cost us $8.71. For those of you that don't know, when you sell shoes for over $100 on StockX, they have to go through an authentication process. So I'm actually going to be shipping these to eBay first, where they are going to verify them and make sure they're okay. Even though they're already verified by StockX, they're going to double verify them. It's more so for shoes that aren't already verified by StockX. And then from there, they're going to ship them directly to the buyer. They have this 0% seller fee right now because they're trying to compete with this brand of StockX as well as GOAT. So it is an awesome time to capitalize on some snags. I will do a video in the future if you guys want. Let me know down in the comments on how I pick shoes and know which ones to go after. I treat it a lot like the stock market, actually. I place bids on them, and ever so often those bids hit. So if that's something you want me to make a video on in the future, drop a comment down there and I will be sure to do it for you guys. Next up here is this Revel brand 2006 Corvette Coupe promo model. I actually got this from the exact same garage sale that I got those ornaments at. It's kind of funny how you remember some of this stuff. And like this, I had them in the same pile as those ornaments. I didn't post them until the other day. And I paid $5 for a big bundle of these as well. I have a huge tote full of them. But this 2006 one in particularly sold for $19.19. So it's a nice little $14 profit on it. And just like earlier from the exact same antique store that I keep all the stickers on so I know where I get them from, this here paid $3 for, as you can see on the bottom there, and it sold for $10.39. And right behind it is another one from the same exact spot, same exact day pickup. However, this one was a little bit better on the profit margins because we sold this for $17.56. And behind those, we have this Polo Ralph Lauren size extra large long sleeve button up. This is part of a Goodwill haul from last week. I paid $4.99 for it and it sold for $17.56. And from that same Goodwill, I went through all the video games, did a quick little peek, and this was the only one that I saw that was worth picking up. As you can see, it is 100% complete and in great condition, the box as well. $5 cash for this, and it sold for $19.95. The really cool thing with this is that I listed this like 35 or 30% above the market value, but my pictures on the post were super clear. I kind of touched on that in a previous video talking about how important your picture quality is when you post items, and because of that, it sold for a lot higher than what the market value of it is, even though there are, and I went back and looked to just double check, and there's 2 or 3 of these games at least that are listed for, you know, $13, $14. So if you want some tips and tricks on how to make your photo quality look awesome with your listings, go ahead and check out that video. As I touched on earlier, I'm kind of just going through the order of the listings that sold. So I didn't even know that I sold another 2 of these, but this one is a double. It's the second one that I've sold of this 1961 Mako Shark for $9.
Another one.
And then this one right here sold for $10.36. Just off of these 4 ornaments that we picked up that have sold so far, we've made right around $35 profit on it. We already made back almost double what we spent on the entire lot of them, which is really cool. And for those of you that have multiple listings where you're selling a bigger quantity of them, like you have 2 or 3 of the same things, this is what I do. I find the one, especially if it's brand new, that is in like the worst shape. So like this one right here is the one that is in the worst shape, box wise and stuff. The other ones were in better shape. So I took a picture of this box. So the buyer that gets this one, they're getting what they expected. And then the buyer that gets the ones that are a little bit in better condition, they're a little bit more happier because it's better than what they expected. So that's just a little pro tip on when you are selling items that you have more than one of. These last 3 items here are also promo cars, kind of like the Revel one we sold. However, these ones are not as collectible or as valuable as I should say. These all I paid $1 cash for at a garage sale. This 40th year anniversary one here sold for $11.25. So a nice little times 10 on this. This 1992 black only sold for $8.95. And then the big winner is this 1994 Corvette that sold for $13.64. So all in all, not too bad on these. As you can see right here, I have my tote that is still pretty full of them. I ended up having 2 of these totes, but I've kind of condensed them down, which is nice. Organization is extremely important when you're a reseller. In the past, I've had items sell that I couldn't find them to ship them out, so I kind of had to refund the buyer on them, and I kind of learned my lesson really quick on how important organization is. I just ended up moving into this office / garage, and I'm in the process right now of filling this whole wall up here with all my stuff. I have a lot of bins and stuff that I'm still going through, and I'm actually gonna do a video on organization and how I do everything. But just to give you an idea, right here are all of the green light cars that you guys see in my videos that I picked up for $6 each. They're all nicely organized. And then as we go down the list of the Diecast cars, I have them all separated by brand and all that. I got some Pokemon cards up there. And then down here I got the Space Jam Toon Squad thing from the Goodwill pickup yesterday, and so on. I found this at Goodwill. Funny story. It's a Prada bag. Obviously, I don't think it's authentic or not, but I thought it was pretty cool, so I had to pick it up because it was only $6. So the material on it is really, really nice, and as you can see, it's pretty well detailed, but I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that, but for $6, I thought it was kind of funny, so I had to pick that up. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning into today's video. I think tomorrow I'm gonna actually upload a Goodwill haul, my previous Goodwill haul that I have not gotten around to put the footage together and edit yet. And actually, like I said, a lot of that stuff from that Goodwill haul we ended up selling today, which is awesome. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you leave that down below and I will happily get back with you. And if you want me to do a little video touching on the shoes that sold and the complicated process that I go through to finding shoes for a really good deal that are brand new and authenticated, leave that comment down below too, because I'd be happy to show you guys how I do that. And the cool thing about that is you can do that from your home. A lot of the shoes that I buy, I place the bids on them in my bed. I get them shipped right to me. I take some sweet pictures of them right over here at my lighting section, and then they're good to go. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Right there's my newest addition to the business. I don't know what I'm gonna call them yet. I'm thinking Ken. I have a woman one too that I might call Ken and Karen just for fun. So I'm gonna touch up on him in my next Goodwill haul video as well. It's been an awesome weekend. I hope you guys had some amazing sales as well, and I will see you next time.